I got a question. I don't want to. Oh,
All
do you
right,
mind
hey,
if I
just go,
show?
just go. We'll
Just go.
go talk later.
Okay, guys, it is the Silver and Black Report back. Another one. This is the final one before the year starts. We're going to talk the first game of the year. And Charger fans, please don't give me that sorry ass excuse if you do lose week one without your corner. Um, First thing I wanted to talk about today, I didn't make banners for this. Kind of ran late today. Is Alex Leatherwood is moving to guard. What do you guys think? Thoughts on that? You guys think he's going to be a starter this year?
I don't know. He's a good run blocker, but if he can't pass block too well, he can lose his job even if he's a better run blocker. It just depends on Josh McDowell. It's really hard to really say. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's a starter, though.
Yeah.
I think he may be traded. He may be traded.
That's what I've been hearing that, too, from Mitchell Rentz. He's been saying that he believes he could be traded.
If it's at least third or fourth, man, I'll take it. But
if Raiders scout says he's going to get traded, then, the next day he'll be traded,
Okay, what's up, Tori?
I think if you trade him, you're not going to get more than a fifth for him. First of all, second of all,
in that case, I wouldn't
Plus,
do it.
you take a dead hit no matter what.
Yeah.
So no matter if you trade him or not, we're still going to lose a lot of money on this whole deal because he's only a second-year player.
Yeah,
we're binded to $31 million on a first-round. Was he 17th overall pick? So if you trade him, you're going to take a massive hit. If it was me, like I've said, I would move him to the right guard or left guard because he's been projected and graded in the NFL at the right guard as a Pro Bowl player. So if it was me, I would move him to the guard. He's better than Simpson. So, I mean, if you're going to go Cotton or Simpson, figure out who the ones worse are at and put them in there. So, I would just go Parham. I'll just put Parham on the left guard, Alex Leatherwood on the right, and call it a day, and let's go. Let's quit talking about it and move on.
No, seriously, I think this needs to be addressed. Like, seriously.
Cállate, honey. Cállate, cabrona.
I really hope whoever is out there, they can produce. I hope for the best for him, but I mean, we're screwed if we can't get him, to play better.
You can also use Alex Leatherwood as an extra blocker on double tight end schemes too.
Yeah.
I think my thing is last year we moved in the guard and it seemed to work out better and he improved as the year went on. So I'm all for it. Like I've always said in the off season, you guys all know this. You know me by now. I'm good with whatever Josh decides to do. I trust Josh. I trust Ziegler. I trust our office. Let's do what's best for the team and move forward. And I trust what they decide to do.
Honey, shut up. I'm going to grab you and put you on TV. All right, that's it. I'm going to grab you, dog. That's it. I'm grabbing you. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Leatherwood has got the inside. Just he ain't gonna ever block anybody on the outside.
There you go, old dog.
To me,
you're on TV now. Look, you're on.
If
YouTube. You do bark, you 17-year-old dog. Yeah.
If he felt, if he can at least improve, then we're in a good position. I think we have a very youthful O-line with a really good O-line coach, which, I mean, when we get on to the next subject, I'm going to continue in the O-line direction. But continue. If anyone else has any thoughts on this.
Well, so far as a guard and as tackle this year, he's graded like a 66 or 67 overall grade on PFF. Even, with the terrible Miami game. So he's been pretty consistent at tackle this season, or this preseason, I should say. And, we saw him improve last year at guard throughout the season. So he's able to, slide in either one of the positions. I put a poll in my story today asking if we should, cut, or who you rather have cut, Leatherwood or Farrell. And surprisingly, it was about a 50-50 with the two of them. And I have to say that the people that said Leatherwood just I don't think they've been paying too much attention outside of what the media gives him. He's been improving a lot as a tackle. We saw him improve as a guard last year, so he's got the ability to adapt and improve and perform as time goes on. So and of course he's only 23 years old. He's very valuable still. You don't want to give him up already just before his second season. That could be wasteful of a pick, even if it's from a previous regime.
I mean, it really is a waste to pick right now.
And it's Basilio's job and them to fucking teach him. That's what they're supposed to do. That's who they are. That's where they've made their name and they're better. So if they don't teach him, then what good's that going to say? Because they were looking at him in that draft too, just in the second round. So
yeah. If that's all for that topic, as all of you guys have seen, for anyone who knows my Instagram here, you guys know that, well, I asked pretty much, can the Raiders O-line finish top 10 in the NFL?
I don't think so. I think we'll still do good even if they're not top 10. Could be possibly, I think, early as 15, because I think we're going to be more run than pass blocking. That's my opinion. But it's still a young O-line, so I just, you never know, though. But I still think even Derek Carr, he can work with a top 20 offensive line and still go to the playoffs and even win the Super Bowl.
I mean, I'm aiming for higher than
Joe Burrow did it. Joe Burrow did it, but he had better receivers, but he had a terrible line.
I think we have something there, and I'm not gonna rule this out. Okay, this is a hard question to answer because actually, I don't know if all of you guys, have paid attention, but Presilio's last 7 O-line ranks at the end of the year were 9th, 4th, 10th, 4th, 3rd, 10th, 7th. He has had.
Mute your mic, Rudy.
My mic?
Yeah, mute
This
it.
is my earphones.
Anyways, if you look at it, he's consistently had top 10 O-lines. And let's be real, it's impressive regardless of having consistency. And I don't think he has to do much because if you go look back on last year, I would say Andre James, our most improved guy over the course of the year on the O-line, was top 6 for pass protection, top 15 as a run blocker. He can only improve from here on out with Presilio. Dylan Parham been consistently in the 70s for ranks in college. Comes in the NFL. We'll see. Alex Leatherwood went up to about a 55 overall grade as a guard after especially switching and to me proving himself more worthy of a guard position. And and then having Darren Munford, who comes out of college, he was consistently in the 70s and at one point was a first-round pick. To me, he's been our most impressive right tackle. So I think with this young O-line, sure, maybe not 10, but I would definitely say top 15 O-line at the worst.
Yep, that's what I was going to say, top 15. The worst. Because I love Darren Munford. Yeah. Ohio State is one of my favorite colleges. I follow the Buckeyes. Yeah, I've been following. I follow him.
I'm not a giant fan towards college teams.
Plus my fantasy, earlier, I drafted Garrett Wilson in the later rounds as my backup.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, bro, he's gonna be a stud.
Yeah, a lot of Ohio State fans were mad that Charles Woodson didn't go to Ohio State, and he's from Ohio. He ended up going to Michigan.
It's all good.
No, but I'll say this O-line is definitely top 15, and then next year, if he keeps the same O-line and they continue.
And there's one player that I've been saying he's undrafted. Eventually, he may be the hidden gem. Bam Lucino. Bam.
He was out of
He's gonna be that hidden gem. He
I know.
pancaked Thibodeau
Yeah.
when they played. Like, eventually he'll be a tackle for us. Maybe a swing tackle. We don't know yet.
Like a Denzel Perryman, you mean? I mean a
No.
Denzel.
No.
Denzel Good, I meant.
No.
That's what Denzel Good was. He was a tackle. That turned guard,
but they're not gonna put Bam at guard. He's gonna play left or right. Be a backup for either one.
Oh, that's like Trent Brown then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Undrafted though.
Or
But the thing
Colin
with him, he's only played 2 years, so he's raw. But since I've been watching him, he's been getting better, and I like his developing. How they're developing him.
Don't forget where Trent Brown went to become where he became good, because he was drafted by the Niners in the 7th round. Yeah, and then got sent to the Patriots and became.
But me out of Utah, you met? I thought.
No.
Out of Utah,
Trent Brown was overweight, and they thought that the Patriots.
And I've been saying this with Bam. He's that gem, like how they had the corner from the Chargers. What's his name?
JC
Jackson. Yeah, JC Jackson. He was undrafted gem. I think Bam would be the hidden gem. I've been saying it since day one. Dustin, you know that I've been saying.
Okay, I'm getting my dog.
All right, saying it.
Hell yeah, get that dog and put it in a closet.
Yeah, man.
Seriously, man, all video.
Yeah, put her in a closet. She's 17.
Then when the dog barks, just mute the screen.
Oh, she'll be okay. When she's on me, she won't be barking.
So you can't mute it because he's on a headset.
Yeah.
He has to mute it from the laptop.
Yeah. Yeah, I have my Bluetooth onto my laptop. And there she is. She'll stop. See?
Okay. Well.
Okay, Tori.
My doggie. She's 17 years old.
To get back to, what do you think, Noah? What do you think it can be top 10?
No. That simple answer is no. I think it was another year and we might have the chance to be top 10. But as like Cole Miller and Andre James, I think everyone else is just still a bit too raw. Dylan Parham, he might be good, he might not be good. So far in the preseason, he was good.
Tayer's been our best right tackle, so I'm not really worried.
Yeah,
again,
I do agree.
In the preseason, of course, we don't know how he's going to do against the actual NFL. Even though he was supposed to be like a top 10 pick going into the 21 draft if he declared for it. But again, you don't know. It was preseason. Things change. The only locks right now to have decent years for me are Andre James and Cole Miller. I wouldn't be surprised if we were top 10, but I definitely don't expect it.
No.
Hey, I'm going to choke you. I'm going to choke you. No barking.
You're muted. Tori, you're muted.
Uh-oh.
I agree with Noah. I think if you give us a couple years to develop, we can be top 10, yes.
I'll do it.
But for this year, no.
No barking.
What about you, Dustin?
Thinking that we can be top 10? I mean, if the right lineup's put in there, I don't see why not. I mean, people sit here and say, like, oh, Parham shouldn't start, where I'd sit and disagree. I mean, the Patriots, you got to remember, this is one of their main offensive line developers right here, and he worked under their best one that's still over there right now. So he's been with them, he's trained with them, he's developed with them. I mean, their system is pretty flawless, and they made a career on going and drafting people in the 3rd and 4th round and playing them in that first year and being good. So when I look at it and say, Mumford, I think it was 2019, 2020, he was projected 4th round draft pick. Then he went back. Then I think something happened. He ended up going up higher. He was projected as a 4th rounder in this year's draft, and we got him in the 7th round. The guy is a good player. I mean, he's a pretty damn good player. So, I mean, like I said, I think if the right lineup is put together inside here, I can see it most definitely being top 10. I mean, you look at the way that they control the run, even in preseason, and I agree. You're right. We haven't played NFL first stringers, but at least a few of the players on that lineup have before. So It's just seeing who's going to be the right guard, even if it's a Luminor, which it probably is 100% going to be a Luminor.
Yeah.
And if Mumford comes back and a Luminor is not playing well and they put Mumford, I mean, there's a difference. He can look one way and go into the game and play a whole nother way. So, yes, I do see it being, but I think we'll be top 15 probably.
Well, I do see the guards. I think the guards looked really good in the run blocking in the preseason. I think they're going to do a lot of screen passes to set up the run and deeper routes, but they're mostly going to throw a lot of screen passes. They'll do it with the receivers, the running backs, and tight ends. I think you could see a lot of that, just like what New England did. And then they'll set up the deep routes, because then people are thinking they're going to throw deep routes, and really the routes are shorter screens. And then it'll open up for a running game and the passing game in deeper routes. That's how
and then we're just sitting here assuming that those are going to be the players anyways. We've never even seen the ones play at all. We've yet to see Colt Miller on that field yet with that team in any way, shape, or form.
True.
So when they're playing in practice or what they're doing over there, we might not even seen yet, period, let alone do we know. And I've said this the whole entire time. Josh ain't dumb and he ain't stupid. He is not going to go into the season where he has $21 million and he can go and pick up numerous right tackles in the NFL, and he ain't going to pick up one of them. So I'm pretty sure they have a damn good feeling who their right tackle is already.
Yeah.
I said that the whole time. Like they know who it is.
I think they look at right tackle as very expendable, where left tackle it's not so expendable. He feels like he can put any of the guys he has, and he can make one of them a true right tackle. And right tackles is the second toughest position. The toughest position is left tackle, the blind side spot, and the left tackles deal with a lot more than the right tackle. Like Colt Miller, he has it the toughest. He deals with the rougher edge rushers like Joey Bosa. But the only thing I worry about the Chargers is because they got Khalil Mack. They're gonna have Mack and Bosa on each side, and
It's kind of why I wanted Mumford to be healthy, so he could have went in there and faced them in the beginning.
But I think we're going to do double tight end formations, probably a lot more on the right side, so that there's extra blocking.
Or Josh does screen plays or something of the factor just to dump the ball off, so they don't even become effective.
Yeah, they could do the screen passes with double tight end and try even triple tight end formations too. There's all kinds of different things, though.
You can take out people like Bosa and people like Bosa and Mack, because Josh knows how to scheme for players like that. He's been doing it for the last 20 years, and he knows how to get people, especially if there's a faulted line. He knows Derek Carr can throw the ball in 2.2 seconds. He puts up his deal where you get Mack and them coming up and around that corner, and then boom, all of a sudden there goes Derek right over the top, to fucking mirror, and boom, he's gone for 50. So
I don't think the Chargers defense is going to be. Yeah, I don't think the Chargers defense is going to be like the Steelers defense of last year, because that T.J. Watt, man, that motherfucker was a monster. I mean, he was unblockable. You just could not block that guy. Then when he got that injury or something, and my dad would say this to me. He said, "You're lucky T.J. Watt was hurt, because if he wasn't hurt, we'd have beaten you guys." And there he is saying it right now. He said he killed Derek Carr, but but I won't lie though, he is a monster though. But the Chargers, the one thing about Khalil Mack though is he burns out too fast. That's one thing he does do.
Yo.
So Josh.
Yeah, I just think like if the right line is put in there, and like I say, like Parham, man, don't be surprised if he does start. I mean, he's played everywhere across the whole entire line. He's done great. He's played great with all the other people. I mean, he's gotten beat a few times, but he's a rookie, and that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So
I also have to. Here's a few cents I'm going to pitch in before I have to go back. So I think all this talk about Leatherwood being traded, being released.
Yeah, I think he'll happen.
It's not going to happen. Of course, he won't be right tackle. That's for sure. Some Illinois might be right tackle, but right guard. I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna say this 1 million times, 5 times, whatever. He's gonna be our starting right guard. We have no one else. Like that's really good at right guard. And Illuminor has shown some flashes when he's at right tackle, just a little bit. But if we can have at least an okay right side of the offensive line, boom, that's all we need. An okay. We need to give Carr at least 3 to 4 seconds to look for Adams, Renfro, or anyone else to go deep.
I think you're going to set up for longer passes because what Derek Carr, they might have him do a no huddle offense, and that gets rid of the edge rushers when they start to try to get a hit. Derek Carr gets rid of it. Short passes, no huddle, and then they get tired out quickly. When you have Bosa and Khalil Mack, both big guys, when they're on that field too long, they tire out and they breathe too hard, and then you could do whatever you want. You could run the ball on them, throw deep passes and everything. I mean, we don't have that bully O line like we used to in 2019, but I think he'll be good enough, though.
But yeah, that's all I have so far. That's all I have to say because, like, again, so I'm sorry if I can't like bring up anything else, but thanks for having me on the show. I'm sorry for the viewers if you're waiting for me. I have to leave right away because I'm doing my homework right now. So I'll probably come back later on the show if you guys are still live. Again, enjoy the rest of your night if I don't come back. If I do, I'll see you guys later. Peace.
See you.
Okay. Anyways. As we all know, I didn't really update the injury situation and releasing kind of thing, but Jordan Jenkins, the guy we signed, 3 days previous, is out for the year. Kenyon Drake got cut. What are your thoughts on this? Like, and then what are your thoughts on Kenyon Drake's comments?
Well, I don't blame him, but it's a business. I do agree with what I forgot whoever said it. It's a rough business. Kenyon Drake doesn't have hard feelings against it. He knows it's a business, and he's going to get paid and everything. And you know what? If you're in a situation, you want to take that money as an insurance because at the end of the day, it's a job, it's a contract, and Kenyon Drake just didn't fit. He's not going to run in between the tackles like Josh Jacob and Zamir White. He's more of an outside runner, and he's more of a receiving back. He fit better last year with us than he will this year. So I kind of thought he would be traded, but no teams wanted his contract. They didn't want to pay him. They rather just give him a different contract for lesser money. That's why they didn't want to trade. They tried to trade him, but it didn't work out. I think they did a last-minute trade, and that's what messed everything up.
Well, if nobody's going to trade for him when you say you're already cutting him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact.
Yeah. Because they're
it was the same situation like how the Cowboys did with Amari Cooper. They screwed themselves over. They talked about they weren't really wanting much, and they just there was a time when they threatened they were just going to release him. So every team just kind of sat back and waited. They didn't offer anything. So they only took a fifth when they said that they were just going to, release him. So every team threw a higher pick at him.
Yeah, the Browns took him. And the Browns, they really don't have nothing.
They got to pay me, so he don't really give a shit either way.
Yeah,
I think
when it comes time, did he want to be here? Yeah, he probably did. I mean, I thought he played better in the second game by far. I mean, I thought he played better in the last 2 games by far. So they obviously got their minds made up. And just like I've said for a while now, they already know who they're playing. Like, they know who they're playing. They know who they want. Like, they're going to look at a few other people just to see if they fit the scheme better throughout the whole year. But I know they already know who their 90% of their roster already is. Like, there's not a doubt in my mind. Dudes don't even practice. Dudes don't or show up to the preseason or anything, dude. And then they're over here with, putting players on the third field, putting a wall up in front of them, so the media can't see. They can't even see the people on the field. All they can see is just every now and again people getting into the end zone.
Yeah. I don't need that pillow.
And like I said, Drake, a lot of people, when they look at Drake, yeah, he's good. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's good, but they obviously think somebody else is on this team better. So it is what it is. It's a business, man. It ain't about being friends. So it's what it is.
Yeah, there's some teams that could use running back like him. There's a lot of them.
Like
But,
the Saints could use
Yeah, the Saints, they don't have what's his name, Kamara, whatever his name is. He's out, and it turns out their other running back, I forgot what his name is. He's not there either. So
Wait, what happened with Alvin Kamara?
He was in
He
Vegas.
beat up
Remember
someone.
they
He
went
broke-
for the Pro Bowl?
he broke a guy's orbital. He's out. He could be off.
they're gonna suspend him.
They
Not
haven't
this
done
year.
it yet. They haven't done it yet. As of now, he can play. As of right now, he can play.
Guys, they're not going to
he's on.
suspend him. It's too late.
I bet you they will. It's their
Before
like
the
what
year?
they did
Hell
with.
no.
No, they
will.
might suspend him in the mid-year, but it ain't happening before the game
We'll
starts.
have to see, because what he
He's
did
playing
was
his
much
first game.
worse than what about what Deshaun Watson did. Remember Deshaun Watson did, even though it's civil and everything, there was no criminal record. It's just a civil matter of suing him and everything. And look at that, they suspend for 8 games, but Roger Goodell wants to sue him for wants him to be suspended for a whole season. But if it's not a whole season, it'll be most of the season. And he's going to face suspension, definitely. Because remember, he was arrested after the Pro Bowl. They arrested, that running back, whatever his name is,
Alvin Kamara.
Alvin Kamara, yeah.
Funny thing is, he didn't even do it himself. That's the funny thing, bro.
Yeah.
It was him and some other football players.
Yeah,
It
they beat this dude up. He broke his
It
orbital
was a
out.
Chiefs. It was a Chiefs cornerback
Well, that's
too
what I'm
that
saying.
did it.
It's the fact that, we'll see, man. But he's not going to suspend this year, bro.
He's going to get suspended something. I think the minimum might be 6 games.
No, here's the thing. I just know the way that this is going to run, they're going to make sure he plays week 1.
Yeah. Well, like I said, they're going to get onto it. Roger Goodell, they're going to look at behavior. I mean, look what happened to Big Ben Roethlisberger. He was accused of rape, and the charges were dismissed, and they still suspended him.
I mean, Alvin Kamara is going to get suspended. I'm just saying it's not going to happen probably before the first game of the season.
No, it'll be after.
It depends.
Like I said, it would probably be like mid-season, if not at the end of the year for next year.
Although they do special cases with people, because there was a guy that should have been suspended for a whole year. Well, he was suspended for the whole season, but it was 4 games
here's
left.
The thing, guys.
And that was
they've already
Myles
announced,
Garrett.
with everything going on, they've already announced that they might just drag this into suspending in the first 6 games next year. So now, if that happens, that's what was set.
Yeah.
And with them doing that,
also he's facing a lawsuit though too. See, the lawsuit.
Well, he'll settle that. He's a football player. He'll settle it.
Yeah. Well, they settled with Watson, but it wasn't Watson that settled. It was the Houston Texans. They were dumb as hell. They should say, "Why look at us? That motherfucker did it on his own. Go after him, not us." Texans were stupid. Why the fuck would they pay for some idiot that's no longer on their team? Yeah.
I never understood why you'd go pay for his mistakes, like straight up, but they're guilty too, so that's why.
Well, they offered him massage, people. He says, no, he wanted to do it on his own. He wanted like a fucking happy ending shit and everything. So, he wanted to go outside football and everything. And like these other football players were saying, former football players, it was more than just a massage, because, and it was like, 72 different massage people he had or something? That's what he had.
66.
Or 66. It'd been funny if it said 69, though.
Well, 3 more in.
Yeah.
Give him 3 more women. He'll get it.
Maybe just have some dude massage him instead.
Wait, why are we talking about Deshaun Watson?
Yeah. He needs to do is have a guy massage guy instead of a chick. So he don't try to show his wiener off.
So it's my turn in a minute, Tori. It's time to burn.
Okay. Anyways.
Okay, whose dog is growling?
It was mine.
Oh, mine was just barking. And when she
Whatever,
barks, she's
I'm not
talking.
making comparisons of damn dogs. Let's get on to the sorry ass Los Angeles car Chargers. You guys lost J.C. Jackson potentially for week 1. Now I have your fan base coming at me, telling me Darren Waller's not going to be healthy for week 1. Listen, you stupid fucks can believe whatever the hell you want. But as long as Josh McDaniels doesn't come up on that pressure and tell you what the fuck he's going to do, don't say a damn thing. That's all I got to say. Stupid.
Yeah.
Sucking.
The Chargers defense, I mean, their main is a pass rush mostly, which is Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack. I don't think their secondary is that great.
It isn't.
It's
but
not.
This gets worse
Derwin
now.
James can't even
but
stay
it
healthy.
Gets worse now because now they ain't finna have their number 1 corner. You know who's gonna be eating all day? It's gonna be Devonte Adams, bro. Man,
yeah.
But listen, all I want to put this to is if we win. Okay, Tori, you want to like breathe that nice air that we live in?
He's over there choking on live camera.
Listen, whatever gets you off, but we don't judge. Anyways, if J.C. Jackson is to miss week 1, right, and y'all lose, all I gotta say is I don't want to hear the excuses because technically we are injured much more right now. We have like 6 players in season-ending IR.
They didn't hear us complaining when we were injured in the end of the season last year and won that game. So
yeah, we didn't have no Henry Ruggs and we beat them.
True. A lot of people that were in there.
I'll admit, we went through a rough time. No head coach, no Henry Ruggs, banged up Darren Waller, banged up offensive line, but we still got the job done and went to the playoffs. Yeah, we lost to the Bengals, but you know what? That was an accomplishment that was better than the year before, So, but right now I think we have more weapons on offense, and we wrote, like William said, Devonte Adams, he roasted the Patriots, in the practice. They could not cover him at all,
Devonte, that dude.
Yeah.
But now.
And plus, you know what? If you double team him, you give more to Hunter Renfrow and even Keelan Cole, or even if Darren Waller's not there, Foster Moreau. Foster Moreau will. You don't want to put single coverage on him either, even though he's just a number 2 tight end. He can't be covered by a linebacker either. You
just need to punch the ball. You just need to punch the ball when Foster Moreau has it. He'll fumble it.
Yeah, I think Foster Moreau's a good tight end. He's not a Pro Bowl tight end, but he's pretty good.
Why is he fumble, bro? Learn how to hold the damn ball.
Some people fuck up. It happens.
Oh, it was too much, bro. He be fumbling like he has butterfingers.
Well, like I said, he was mostly probably blocking. And when you don't play as much, sometimes that happens. You got to play more. And that's what they got to do. I don't think Foster Moreau played a little bit more. He needed to get his feet wet more and everything. Because when you don't get those feet wet, you're not going to play that good, You got to play more, That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. What is your guys' biggest takeaways from this preseason? Like, throughout these preseason games.
The biggest thing that I've taken away from the preseason games is you look, Dustin mentioned this too. You look at the freaking, you look at Josh is playing second, third, fourth, string quarter or starters in the offensive side, and we're scoring damn near, if not more than 20 points a game. So you look at what is he going to do with Devonte Adams and Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow and Jacobs and Carr, we're going to freaking kill it this year. Like, people say top 5. Bullshit. I say top 3. If not top 3 and top 2. Goodness sake, this offense is going to explode. That's what I took away from preseason.
Yeah. I do say with the preseason, Josh McDaniels, he basically outplayed He outplayed everybody with his play calling. And it didn't matter if it was like you said, the second stringers, the third stringers, or whatever. We outplayed them, and we still won the game. Even whether it was a good game or an ugly game, we still won. But Josh McDaniels doesn't care about winning with the preseason. All he cares about is how well his players play. That's all that matters,
One of the biggest things I saw up to this point was the production and the play of the younger guys and the guys that were at the bottom of the depth chart. They rose. Sam Webb is going to make this team, I think. We're tackling better after we allow a catch. We're not missing tackles. And that John Hankins still has. God damn, he is researched when he came back.
I'm good with our D line. With Jonathan Hankins back, I'm good with it.
Yeah. I think that with Josh McDaniels, he can work with less. He doesn't have to have top playmakers on the defensive line. He can work with marginal defensive linemen and make them play at a top level. I mean, they're not going to be Pro Bowl looking, but they'll get the job done.
Yeah, and to go back with our cornerbacks, I want Amik off the team.
Oh, I agree.
Amik is just horrible.
Terrible body motion. He doesn't have
gets burned.
I mean, he has terrible and when he I know he's short and everything, he's 5'8", but when you turn too soon, that's what he does. He turned too soon, slowed down, and the guy burned him. You got to look at the hands. If his hands start to extend, then that's when you jump and fucking turn and knock the ball out. He didn't do that. He couldn't. He has terrible body motion. Like Dustin White said, he should play safety, not corner. He's a good tackler, but he's terrible with coverage. He'd be better as a box safety like Jonathan Abrams. That's his best attribute.
He's too small for that. He's too small to be a box.
Or he could be a free safety.
No,
Look at,
you have guys in the past that have been box safeties. You hear names like the best small safeties of all time, like Bob Sanders, just like that.
But he's pretty thick though. He's 5'9". He's 100. He's 5'8". He's 187 pounds.
Yeah, you need to be bigger than that to be a linebacker.
Well, Honey Badger is small. Look at him. He's 5'9", 180-something pounds.
I think he's close to 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Nah, he ain't 200 pounds. He ain't that big. He's a small guy. He's a small guy and everything. He's not very big at all. In fact, he's no bigger than I am.
But you usually see him. Sometimes you see him at the line of scrimmage, but sometimes he's back deep.
Yeah, but he's mostly a free safety. That's what the Honey Badger is. He's a free safety. But he could be a free safety or he could be a strong safety. He'd probably be better off in zone coverage, but he's a terrible nickelback. He can't be nickelback either. He can't play
He'd be better off in somebody else's scheme for them to think about this.
Yeah, free safety.
Yeah, bro, we don't need.
Because like I say, he shouldn't even be on the team, and let alone do I even think he will be on the team. There's no way you'd say,
Webb is better than him.
Over Sam Webb. I mean, you do that, you're dumb as hell.
Yeah, he would be better off, Yeah, he's got to be. I'm sorry. They said he was a hard worker. Okay, that's fine. But you know what? I don't give a shit about hard workers. Gruden gave him too much of a chance.
What I think again from the preseason with our team is we have a lot of depth. Like we have a lot of depth all the way across the board. Depth wins championships, and we have it all the way from the line to the safeties, the corners, the linebackers. Defensive ends. I mean, we have it. We have it on the offense all the way across the board too. So if their issue is determining who's gonna play in one spot or the other, and they have the players there, then that's a good deal for me. So not only that, like I said, depth is the key word. Depth, because every single thing there is being, if somebody goes down, then you got somebody like Monkford, you got Parham, you got numerous people in positions that can step in there. Now Mullins is back, makes that cornerback room even more nasty. Like it's just
shit, yo, Jeff, saw
I don't
this?
know what they'll do with Trevon Mullen, if he's going to be a starting outside or they'll have him as a backup. But if, like they said, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. He could be a backup because he would have to take a job from someone, and it would be mostly like Anthony Arnett, and Anthony Arnett, or they could just rotate them between Anthony Arnett or Anthony Everett or
Everett or something
Everett.
like that.
Yeah, it's Anthony Everett. That's his name. We got him to cover Tyreek Hill. That's the main reason we got him. And then all of a sudden, Tyreek Hill goes to Miami, because he covered Tyreek Hill like it was nothing. He just like Tyreek Hill couldn't even burn him or anything. He's got great speed for a lighter guy, though. But yeah.
Hey, do you know who? I'll pick Masterson and Butler over Bolden and Davis, the one that we just picked.
No, by far.
Yeah.
I
agree.
By far. I mean, they like Bolden, though. They're going to play him a lot in this one because they like how he's
Curtis
played.
Bolden has been really, ever since
they said that he fits the scheme pretty well and he plays well.
Well, I was going to say Tyrann Matthew
on there, and we signed him.
Anthony Everett, Damian Arnett was the dude that got in trouble for a gun and threatening the shortery with, I don't know.
That's how
Damian
old
Arnett.
is.
Oh, yeah, Damian Arnett. I know Anthony Everett, not Damian Arnett. Anthony Everett.
Are you because of his hairdo?
They got the almost same hairstyle. Yeah.
Because his is kind of different. It's like more reddish.
Different.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only difference is that, that Anthony Everett is not an idiot like Damian Arnett. The stupid idiot was driving with a suspended license. The cop was super fucking nice. He said, you got a you have a passenger who has a driver's license, right? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut you a break. You don't drive. You let him take over and drive. I'm giving you a break, a warning. I better not catch you driving. What does the motherfucker do the next day? He's fucking driving. Same cop pulled him over, and he was arrested for driving with a suspended license with a little bit of cocaine on his with him, and everything. He's a fucking idiot, some people they think they're self-entitled, and what happens? The idiot goes to jail, and that was also on TNT.
Hey, that was a Paul Gunther pick, in my opinion.
Paul Gunther.
I do agree with you. It was a little bit of Gruden too, because Gruden liked him, said he reminded him of Abib or whatever the fuck that guy is.
Paul Gunther wasn't here when we drafted him.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was. That was 2020.
Yeah, he was.
That was the last year he started.
Gus Bradley was 21.
Yeah.
He was fired, I think.
Gunther,
what's that guy?
got fired after the Colts game. Remember that was a really important game because the winner pretty much was going to go to the playoffs, even though it was like week 14, and we got fucking blown out. Derek Carr went off that game, but we gave up 45 points. Like, you can't win like that. Yeah. But go ahead. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Who was that? I'm trying to think of that corner. He was with the Broncos, but he was originally with Tampa. Then he went to the Patriots. Then he went to the Broncos.
Who?
The Rams. His name was. He would always take Michael Crabtree's chain from his neck.
Talib was a Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
He's facing some trouble though because of his brother.
It's his brother. His brother did it.
Yeah, his brother did it, but I think he's in trouble too, though.
Yeah, because they said that he was the one that instigated it. He was the one that threw the first punch to start that whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both so.
Yeah, his brother's facing murder. His younger brother or whatever brother. Yeah, he's facing trouble because I was hearing it on the news and everything. I hated that motherfucker. I really hated him. He was a fucking dick, though. And see, Gruden compared him to Talib. He said that Damian Arnett is a Talib type of player. I mean, at first he looked good. Years, and then
he was right.
Like
he threw a tough way.
Honey, shut your ass up, dog. It's because we got company. That's it. I'm grabbing your old ass with me. I'm gonna pick your old ass with me, doggy.
Oh my god, it's more.
Salute.
And your dog's ass, boy.
Oh, hush up.
Yeah.
Oh. I got it. Are you gonna behave then? I'm gonna put you.
Yeah, I'll behave.
Oh, I mean the dog.
What?
Oh, now she's being nice. My dog's being nice because my dad's friend, he has some jerky or beef stick, and Honey becomes a nice dog when there's beef sticks around.
Oh, really?
Slim Jim.
All the time.
Oh, I'm live with my Raider fans on YouTube. But yeah.
There you go.
That dog's happy now. That's how you make a dog happy. Give him a Slim Jim. Give him a Slim Jim. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm glad Talib is not in the NFL. I hated that fucking dick. Could not stand him. I mean, there are a lot of guys I couldn't stand. I couldn't stand Tom Brady. I couldn't. I like Gronk. I used to hate that asshole, but but he's a pretty funny dude though. But as long as we don't, as long as he's not playing football, it's all good for me. I used to hate like Michael Irvin, Primetime, Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman. When they were playing, I hated those assholes. But but when you see them like talking and all that, they're actually pretty cool guys. You just didn't like them because they were fucking winners. They fucking win. You got tired of it. They beat everybody and everything. Well, yeah. But yeah. Oh yeah, but it's when you're the opposition.
How do you guys? How do you guys think the Raiders' offense will attack the Chargers Week 1 if they do not have Preseason?
Well, I think they're going to do a lot of. I think you're going to see a lot of Darren Waller. I mean, not Darren Waller, but a lot of Devonte Adams and Hunter Renfrow mostly, and Lobicki and Cole. And they might even get Tyron Johnson to play a little revenge against his former team. So, you might see him go for a super deep pass just to fucking piss him off and just do that shit. And then you're going to see on defense, I like to see more blitzing and see that man-to-man defense and blitz the fuck out of Justin Herbert. And I do agree with Skip Bayless, even though Skip Bayless is kind of a pussy and everything. But Justin Herbert does not do well under pressure like other quarterbacks, such as, like Derek Carr. He can handle pressure better than Justin Herbert. But when Justin Herbert, you give him so much fucking pressure, he pisses on himself, And they don't have a good tight end. I think they're going to try to do a lot of screen passes. You're going to see a lot of balling and banging, But yeah. That's what I think.
You go like a little woman over there, dude.
I don't know. Yeah, you kind of are giggling.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie.
What do you
guard, bro?
Probably on his medicals.
What do you think, Noah? What do you think?
I completely forgot what the question's about.
Tori.
What was the question about? I don't know.
Talking about another man's
we'll play
penis,
against
He said, "What did you say? How we would face in Week 1?"
I think a pass-heavy focus would be ideal, specifically more towards stuff like shorter routes, stuff that Hunter Renfrow thrives on, rather than going to a medium type of 10-15 yard throws that you would usually see from Rodgers and Adams. Also, I don't really know who the Chargers have as their new nose tackle, but if they still got the same guy from last year, just run the ball inside down their throats as well.
Yeah. The Chargers do play a hybrid defense.
It's not
4-3-3-4 defense.
4-3-3-4, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense. Huh? So you just gotta be able to read that shit out. How you gotta pick out the when they're gonna blitz, when they're gonna drop men back. But yeah, if I were the OC, if I were Hackett or McDaniels, I'd probably focus on getting like a short to intermediate passes, like maybe like 6, 7 yards, 8 yards per attempt for Carr, something like that, and then have Jacobs and Jacobs, I guess Abdullah and Zamir White just go at them down the middle.
Yeah. Chargers have not been too good with the running defense, but they've been claiming to fix their interior. But but like I said, you don't have to just run the ball at the Chargers. You want to do is like you were saying before with the shorter passes, tire that defense up because those big linemen, when they're on the field too long, they start to get tired. Their arms get real heavy. And that's when you can run the ball on them.
Oh yeah, I'd be running screen slant, play action, and just pounding the ball down their neck.
And when you switch different running backs, that messes up the tackling of the defensive line and the linebackers too. When you switch from Jacob to Zamir White or even any other running back, or even use the big fullback, Jacob Johnson.
Yeah,
he's 6'3", 250 plus pounds. I mean, that guy will run over any freaking linebacker.
253, baby.
I like to see him just run him over. I mean, that would be for like short yardage, but or if you're at the goal, you can put him right there. He'll just go flat out in there. He'll just run people over. Those old linemen will be so tired. I mean, those D linemen will be so tired, and the all linemen will just pancake them. And there's a hole. He'll just push him in there, and the linebacker gets in the way, and he gets pancaked. That would be fun to see. I'd love to see a running back run over a linebacker. My dog wants to get down. It's probably
if you guys look at it, Josh Jacobs has always played good against the Chargers. I don't think
honey, don't be a bully.
Besides the first week of last year when he couldn't even fucking do much but 1 yard at a fucking time.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
He just had a very bad first half of the season last year. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, he did. That was when he was injured, and then when he came back, that was with the lightning delay, and then they force fed Jacobs, and he didn't do shit. Fucking 50, 60 yards at best.
Yeah, Drake out-rushed him, I think.
Well, it was a bad O-line, and Josh Jacobs was busted up. I mean, he was recovering from a turf toe, and he had bad knees. But it's because, like you said, John Gruden was feeding Josh Jacobs too much. I mean, Gruden didn't even give a shit about Josh Jacobs. I mean, he just was going to use him up until he's not useful.
All right.
But I think that Josh McDaniels has a little more compassion, and he'll want to use all the running backs.
Yeah.
And Honey Bear, you're not going to get Tukey's Slim Jim, dude.
What do you think, Cortez?
What?
How do you think we're going to go against the Chargers in week 1?
We're going to win. Win.
I want to see Colt Miller pancake Bosa.
Our defense is going to show up. Game 1.
I saw that Colt Miller, and he was like next to Samoan Raider. And man, he made Samoan Raider look like a midget. I mean, Samoan Raider is a big dude, but Colt Miller, he's a fucking giant. Dude's 6'8", 325 pounds. Solid, corn-fed white boy.
Did everyone give their thoughts on it?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that they'll get the run game trying to go. And if they can't create anything there, they'll skip over the pass. But I don't think he's going to have any issues. He'll keep it about like in the 20s, 30s for run attempts. And pass attempts, he'll keep it in the same area just to see what is more effective moving forward. But with having no GC Jackson, your number one goal probably would be to create the offense with moving around the guys on the offense. Just move around. Get the offense flowing.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you can really stop Eckler, that's how you really, really knock out the Chargers, because Eckler is the kind of guy they'll depend on when the receivers such as Mike Williams and even what's his name, Kenyon Allen. Those guys can be shut down a lot easier. Eckler, when you use him for as a receiving back, he's a little bit challenging. But if you could stop him, they have no tight. They don't have a good tight end at all. Okay, they don't. They were stupid to let go of Hunter Henry. They let him go to the Patriots, and look what happened with them. Yeah, they did pretty good, but on third down, that's where Justin Herbert struggled against all other teams except for us, unfortunately. Even though we did neutralize him pretty well until the first quarter, and then the motherfucker was like going for it on fourth down all the time and everything. And that was Gus Bradley's fault, playing that conservative zone defense. So. But I think that it's going to be a lot different, and I think that Justin Herbert's going to get sacked more times. There's going to be a lot of pressures, and he's going to throw more incomplete passes. I'd love to see an interception. We might see an interception or two, but I think there'll be more 3-and-outs against Justin Herbert.
Damn, did the Niners really got beat 17-0 in the preseason? What the
That's what I said in the pre-chat.
Damn.
Wait, 17-9?
17-0 to the Texans.
17-0? Wow, that's
big old fat goose egg.
Damn, that's worse than what happened with the Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo beat them kind of ugly, but in Buffalo, Broncos didn't do shit till like the second half. That was all they did. But honey, cállate.
Yeah, we'll see what happens week 1. I think we'll go a little pass heavy.
Texans impregnated them.
Oh, I gotta
dude, I'm fucking dead.
I gotta look at the chat thing. I'd have to look on my phone though.
Shit.
I said, why? What happened? He said, they fucking impregnated them. He's like, sent a deal. He's a big old woman that's all pregnant. He's like, they goose egg this.
What's up? Apicasi. Salute, Apicasi.
What topic are we on right now?
Yeah, what topic are we
on?
What do you guys want to do a prediction for the Raiders week 1 game?
Sure.
For the New England game?
No, for the Raiders and Chargers actual week 1 game. Isn't next Thursday or next Sunday?
Let's do one for New England. Let's do one for New England and the first week.
Yeah. What do you guys thoughts on tomorrow?
Yeah, because week 1 for us is in 17 days still.
Yep. So what do you think, Noah? What do you think, New England and the first game of the week?
Right. Well, Chase Garbers is supposed to play the entire game now that Nick Stidham has secured the backup spot. So if he's there, I'm not sure our passing game will be as good as it has been under Stidham and Mullins, or as it was. So I think we're going to rely a lot on Britton Brown and Amir Abdullah and Brendan Bolden, because they still got to know the running back room. That's the main offensive focus. The main defensive focus would probably be paying attention again to the cornerbacks and safeties. Matthias Farley, Roderick Teamer, Jonathan Abram, one of them is probably going to be cut after this week. The linebackers, again, we talked about this, Curtis Bolton and Tay Davis. They're the odd man's out right now. For me at least, I'm rooting for Masterson and Darian Butler. O-line, of course, pay attention to that. I think the final score of the game will probably be something along the lines of, like 26-17. Vegas win.
Okay. Is that in the Chargers week 1, or is that New England?
That's still the Patriots game.
All right, 26-17.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, though, I don't even care about. It's going to be mostly our starters and everything. It's just evaluation. But they're just. I think with like Bill Belichick, he's like, I just don't want to face Devonte Adams. I think he doesn't want to look embarrassed like they did in practice. So You know, so he's looking for a win either way. You know, an ugly win, he doesn't care. He'll take it. But it's always about evaluation and everything. And I could see Josh McDowell's outplaying his old mentor. So I don't know what the score would be because I can't predict with these guys. It's unpredictable. But I wouldn't be surprised if we scored like 28 points or even 30 points. So it might be 30 to maybe 17 or something. I don't know. You just don't know. It depends on the players. If they want it more, they're going to win the game because they want it more. If they don't want it that much, then we're not going to. You know, that's how I look at it with the backups and third strings. But I think they're going to really fight. I think it's going to be a good game, though.
I think Chase is going to go out there and show him why he's better than Mullen or Stenham by far. He's going to go out there, man. No, he's going to put up a 50 bill, man. Fitties and titties, dude. That's what's about to happen here tomorrow. So,
yeah, I'd like to see that because he has a quicker arm.
I like Chase a lot, dude. I think freaking he can play pretty well. I mean, especially you're going to still have Keelan and them out there. So, I think he can play pretty well. And if I was picking the New England game just by hearing some of the stuff that I heard, I'm going to say 24-17. The Charger game, I'm going to have to say 27-24 Raiders.
Yeah. Well, that'd be a close game. It'd feel like more like a regular season game than a preseason if it goes to that score.
The Chargers is a regular season game.
Oh, I thought you were about Patriots. Yeah. Oh, well, this is what I would look at the Chargers and the Raiders, in my opinion. I would say right now, I don't think they're going to even score 20 points. I think that you're going to see Justin Herbert go 3 and out a lot more than we were playing them. We should have fucking murdered them in that last game. And we almost gave that game to them. But I believe we're not going to play that conservative defense. I think our secondary can match theirs. They don't really have a super explosive speed with their wide receiver core. They do not have speed. They only have like Keenan Allen, who ain't even that fast, and Mike Williams. He's just a big physical possession wide receiver. They're going to depend on their screen passes. If we shut down those screen passes, they're not going to score more than 10 points. That's how I look at it. And I could see the game being 30-10, because I don't think they can handle our offense. I think that Derek Carr will outscore Justin Herbert. And Justin Herbert's going to face the pressure that he has never faced from the Raiders. I think we're going to blitz like crazy, and he's not going to know it. And I think Justin Herbert, I could see him going 3 and out a lot, though. And they don't have a running game too, so that's going to hurt them. No tight end. They don't have a good tight end. All they have is good receiving backs, decent wide receivers, but other than that, they're not real explosive. They have a good O-line. That's one thing about the Chargers. They have a good O-line, probably better in the AFC West. But other than that, they really don't have the best playmakers on offense. I think that they should have built up more on offense in the draft and free agency. So I see, like us, we got more weapons. We have the best wide receiver core in the AFC West. When it comes to tight ends, we're tied with the Chiefs, in my opinion. The Chiefs still have good tight ends. But with the Chargers, though, their tight ends suck. I could see us actually stopping them. If we don't stop them, then the only thing we have to blame is ourselves. That's all I got to say. But other than that, I think we're going to beat the crap out of them.
Yeah.
Cortez said he's backstage.
Oh, I'm back.
Oh, shit. All right. My bad.
No.
I forgot Tori had your red one. My bad.
But to be honest, I think Belichick's going to outplay or outcoach Bill. And we're going to win by like 7 points. Give me 28 to 35.
Well, like I said, they're just going to play like the second, third stringers and everything. And Bill Belichick doesn't call the plays on offense. He doesn't
Right.
do that. Remember, he's just he's mostly a defensive kind of coach, but he played special teams, so he knows he's actually good with management of the right offensive coordinator and the right special teams and defensive coordinators. He's
Wait,
good at that. That's
Joe
what Bill
Judge is our offensive coordinator, right?
No. It's
Hey,
between
Bill has
Bill-
coached every aspect of
Bill, it's
both sides
between
of the
Bill-
ball.
Well, he's a special teams. He was originally
It's-
special teams. Then he became a linebacker coach, then a defensive coordinator, then a head coach.
but
Bill
but it's
Parcells
Bill Belichick,
made
and
Bill
then
Belichick who he was, but Bill Belichick,
Matt
like
Patricia,
I said,
and then
he learned from the Sith Lord and he slayed the Sith Lord and became the new Sith Lord, and because he learned everything that Bill Parcells taught him, but he built up his own
Joe Judge
type
is
of
the
coaching.
helper
Yeah.
too in the offense. So it's Belichick. It's
Belichick's just good at finding the right guys.
and
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
Belichick, and then it's Matt Patricia, his former defense coordinator, and then Judge.
Joe Judge and Matt Patricia are calling the offense.
Yeah, he knows how to get the right personnel. He can always replace his personnel. That's one thing about good about Bill Belichick. He knows how to get the right guys and the right guys to replace them. To him, he can replace anybody. That's how Bill Belichick thinks. He can replace anybody, players or coaching staff. You know. Yeah, I'm looking at the Chargers, like their roster a little bit. It's always good to know what the enemy has.
They have
Really-
Van Noy over there
Van Noy.
from New England.
Wait, oh,
Linebacker.
You mean on linebacker?
Nope. Thank you.
Van Noy. But like I said, though, he fits a system. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, he's an outside linebacker. He's 6'3", 250 pounds. He's 31 years old. He's a little bit of a veteran. But the thing is, will he fit with that system? See, when you bring someone to a new system, their systems are slightly different, you know. So, you know. And sometimes when you bring a player that fits Bill Belichick's system and he goes to another team, they don't always play to a par, you know. They don't always. So, you know, I'm not threatened. The only guy that I would be threatened on the Chargers that's a linebacker is Kenneth Murray Jr. That's the only guy I would be mostly threatened.
Yeah, he improved a lot last year.
Yeah, he's the guy I'd be more threatened than Kyle Van Noy. But their corners, though, man, they're garbage, you know. Oh, they got the Denver Donkeys corner, Bryce Callahan. And he's like 5'5". I didn't realize how short he was. He's 5'9" tall, 188 pounds.
Do they still
But
have?
he's mostly he's probably going to play
Huh?
returner, though.
Do
Who?
they still have the Bradley Roby dude?
No, I don't think so.
Right, yeah. Derwin James, he's a great safety, but the only problem with him is he can't stay healthy, you know. So he has injuries, and you know what? I haven't seen him play that good though for a while, you know.
But they paid him that good money somehow. They
Oh.
think.
Yeah, and they're probably going to want their money back pretty soon. But yeah, but they're, you know, the team that has the most overrated defense is the Denver Broncos, because they go by stats. When they play easy teams, yeah, they fucking dominate them like they're nothing. But when they face teams like the Raiders, the Steelers, and the Ravens, and all them, then they look like they're they look like they're pieces of shit. I mean, they just, you know, they look so overrated because because our O-line, as bad as it was last year, we held our own against their so-called great pass rushers. And they fucking traded Von Miller to the Rams because he was shit. But he was shit with the Rams because they had better support around him. And when you have better support around, then yeah, Von Miller was playing good. And yeah, I liked it when Von Miller put the lipstick on Tom Brady, though. That was fun.
Hey, the crazy thing is, freaking Von Miller's a Bill now.
Yeah,
They
I don't think
overpaid for him.
Yeah, they overpaid him. Bills don't have a great support defense like the Rams. They don't. They're more offense than defense.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is, and he's going to look like he's mediocre. And I think they're going to really want their money back. That was overpayment. Oh, excuse me 1 second. I think he's locked in.
Can't you mute that?
Sorry about that. I was just answering the door. Sorry. Hey, Huddy, stop barking.
All right.
What else do you have?
I mean, I'll give my predictions. I mean, you guys have anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, actually, I do. Hunter Renfrow got left off the top 20 NFL list of 2021. What's your thoughts on that?
That's
It's a bunch of Raider
disrespect.
haters.
Yeah,
That's 'cause
he
they
didn't
don't
even
like
make
us.
the top 100.
Yeah, that's kind of.
If Hunter Renfrow was not on the Raiders,
Where-
and he put up the numbers, he would be there.
Are they gonna do 19-1 this coming weekend?
No, they released a 20-1, but they're gonna do the order of it on Sunday. They already released a list.
Where was Adams?
NFL.com.
No. What number was Adams?
Oh, number
Devonte.
6. Number 6.
Number 6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is a fair number, I think.
Yeah.
He had a good season.
Well, like I said, Derek Carr is going to spread the ball everywhere, so I wouldn't get mad if they put him at that. But if Derek Carr wanted to, he could put all his concentration on Devonte, and Devonte could be the number one receiver. But that doesn't mean we'd win games, though. But like I said, guys, what position if you're playing football, what position would you want to play? Offense or like say your position on offense and defense.
Tight end and then linebacker.
Okay. What about you, William?
Sorry about that. What'd you ask?
What position would you play? 2 positions you would play on football, offense and defense.
Quarterback and like corner.
Okay. For me, because I'm a little bigger, I used to like to play corner and wide receiver. But I like to play quarterback too. So I would say quarterback for offense, even though I do like playing wide receiver, but I'm a little bigger and everything. And I play edge rusher because I'm a little old and everything, so I might as well just be an edge rusher more. So, but if I was in my 30s, it would be safety, corner, and then quarterback. But I used to play a lot
Dustin,
of
what about
football,
you?
street football.
I played halfback and safety.
Halfback and safety.
And you, Noah?
Probably, I had my most success as a receiver. I guess I'd play safety on the back end, defense.
Yep.
So, yeah. I think I'd do receiver and safety.
Yeah. Have you guys ever played river football?
Yeah.
River football?
Yeah.
Playing in the river when there's a drought, and the water's about less than 6 inches from your legs or something. It's fun. I played river football with my cousins and everything. I had a little cousin. He's now not little anymore, but he was 11 or 12 years old. We played against his brother and his friend. And whenever I throw the football, poor kid couldn't catch the ball. I'd throw the ball to him, and it would bounce out of his hands. And I said, you know what? We need to score. They do a throw off because you can't kick the ball in river football, but you can throw it. So we throw the ball. They throw it to me. They couldn't tackle me, and I returned it all the way for a touchdown. But I wasn't even that big. I was about 160 pounds, but I was still bigger, and they just, they were I think the oldest was 15, 16 years old, but we were playing, but it was just a little fun. I didn't tackle no one hard because I hurt those kids, but my cousin, though, the younger one, he got tackled ugly by his older brother. They just slam him in the water and shit.
Oh,
what brothers do. But they wouldn't try. They tried to tackle me. It didn't work. It was it's like I was like the juggernaut, and they were a bunch of little regular humans getting ran over. It was kind of like an unfair advantage that I had over them, though. But it was a little fun. It's fun to stay cool and play and everything, But if I played against some real people, man, it'd be fun. I'd love to bust some heads. But I would probably in river football, I would be running back. That's what I would do. It's hard to catch that ball when you're throwing it.
What else?
Okay, let's see. All right. How about rookies, offense and defense? Which offensive rookie and defensive rookie on the Raiders will have a bigger impact?
On the offense, I guess Dylan Parham, because Zamir White isn't going to get the majority of snaps this season.
Okay.
And then on defense, Neil Farrell, I guess I would say right now, because he's almost guaranteed a roster spot.
Anyone else?
Who's next?
Yeah, I'll be last because I asked that question.
Oh, so on
I'll
offense,
say offense will be Zamir White, and defense, Matthew Butler.
yeah, that's mine would be Zamir White and Neil Farrell.
Anyone else? Okay, I'll go with mine then. Oh, wait, never mind. Dustin's there.
Oh, he must be almost up the hill.
We can't hear it. I think he was going to say, I'm not sure, but I think Dustin was going to say Dylan Parham, and I don't know what he was going to say for defense, but I think that's what he was trying to say. But with me, if it was me, I think that with Parham, he might have it harder to do. We don't know if he's going to be a starter or not, but Zamir White, he's going to be a rotational player, so I would probably have to say I could see Zamir White being the impact as a rookie. And then on defense, I actually would say one of the linebackers. I don't think it would be Butler. I think it's that. What's his name?
Matheson?
Matheson. Yeah. I think he will be. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I would say. Okay, I got one more. Who do you think will be an impact player that's not a rookie on offense and defense?
Devonte Adams.
Yeah, that's the obvious one, isn't it? On offense.
Denzel Perriman.
Yeah. What about you, William?
Yeah. Oh shit. One second here, y'all. I'll be right back. One second. I have to.
Yeah, hang on. I'll answer it for this. On offense, Devonte Adams, and defense, if Trayvon Mullen comes back 100% and plays like he did at the beginning of last year, then I think that our secondary will be one of the best best complete units in the NFL.
Oh, that was interesting. I would definitely agree with Devonte Adams. I think he's going to stand out the most. But, between him and Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow, but it's definitely going to be Devonte. And on defense, that's kind of hard to say. I think it's going to be I do agree it's going to be a DB. And it's either – it could be – to me, it could be Rock-Ya-Sin. If he's playing good coverage, if he doesn't get – Rock-Ya-Sin. Oh, The Rock. The Rock is going to get it. And if it ain't – and I think Trevon Merrick is going to have a better year. I think what they're going to do is they're going to try to throw out of his area, and he's going to knock some balls and maybe get some interceptions. I don't know. He could probably get a total of 5 interceptions at his best, because they're not going to throw it that much towards his area. But, I think we're going to have one of the best secondaries in the AFC West, though. I think we have the best secondary in the AFC West right now. That's how it looks to me.
Yep. Do you have anything else, William?
I think Adams I agree with. And then what else were we answering? Who is it?
The defense.
Defense. Yeah.
I'll say Trayvon Morgan.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. It could be either one of them, but I think it's definitely in the secondary for sure, though. Because I think that secondary, it's going to be too much, and I think that's how you beat the Chiefs, because the Chiefs are going to depend on their receivers, but they don't have Tyreek Hill, and they lost Pringle, and I think that's going to hurt him, because Patrick Mahomes has never worked with less. This is the first time in his career as an NFL quarterback that he's going to work with less. And people are going to say, oh, he plays great. Well, wait till you see him in the regular season, and it's going to really show how good he plays. He might play okay, maybe not great, but that's going to be because they don't have Tyreek Hill. Or Pringle. If they had Pringle at least, he might do I don't think it would be great, but I think that it would be a big help. But losing Tyreek Hill was the biggest loss, though.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. And Denver Donkey fans, they think they're going to be great because of Russell Wilson. Well, no. They don't have a good tight end. Their receivers are trash. Patrick is probably their best wide receiver. And losing Noah Fant was actually a big loss. And I know
Who is
people
their
said,
tight end? Do you know?
I have no way.
I never heard of him.
It's Big O.
Yeah, I never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
We've been him.
Should bring back Jacob Tammy.
But I think I'm gonna head out.
All right,
I think
thank
the
you.
tight end-
Thank you, William, for letting me jump
Thank
on,
you.
Yeah,
bro.
thanks, William.
All right, wait.
All right, later.